All right, there, Mr. Halley. I was wondering something significant that happened to you in the military,
In the military.
all your years of service.
Since there were over 21 years of service, for me to get a flashback, the only thing I could say is the first thing we got to do is we got to pop a top. Ooh, oh yeah. Now, there's so many things that have happened. To single out one or two or three, it's a little bit challenging, but I want to rise to the challenge. But anyway, one of the things that happened, I was an Army recruiter, and when I was on making a trip to Wilkesboro, I was stationed in Monroe County, and I was told to pick up 3 guys and take them to Wilkesboro because that's where our entrance and examining station was. And so I had these 3 guys in the back seat, and I got the brand new car, the brand new Plymouth, the newest one in the whole command, which was from Harrisburg to Philadelphia. All those counties is where I was stationed. Now, when I got the new car, it was because, and I have to say this in all humility, that I out-recruited 113 recruiters, and I just got there. So Hams helped me. When I drank the Hams, I started to really catch fire. Wait a minute, here. Wow. So here I am driving this brand new car that they just gave me because I outdid the entire command. They used to call me the body snatcher because once I start talking to somebody, he might as well pack his bags because I was going to ship them and get another. Because every time we got a good man, we made our Army that much better. Now, I did serve in the Marine Corps, but that's another story. We're just going to go to this one thing. Here I am, 7 o'clock in the morning, 3 guys in the back. They're ready to be shipped that day. So they're getting a physical examination. We're driving I was going about 60 miles an hour, maybe a little less. And I'm on the back roads going into Wilkesboro. And lo and behold, out to the left-hand side of the road, I see a clearing. And truly, this really happened. I said, I'll bet you there's deer out there. And instantly, at that very same point, a big buck jumps the whole road from the other side of the road. He breaks the windshield. He broke the windshield, and for some strange reason, he broke the window that's right behind me in the back seat. That window was broken. It was a buck, and he broke his antlers too. So there he is, laying on the road. He didn't die, but I could see he's breathing. But he's all messed up. He's not going anywhere. So I said to myself, I said, oh man. I said, I can't leave him there in agony. And so I said, I got to put him out of his misery. Now this is where it gets a little bit embarrassing because I was in Special Forces and I'm a trained killer. And here I'm having difficulty killing a deer that's laying out there not moving a whole lot. So what do? I tried to improvise. I don't have my shooting iron, and I don't have anything. I don't have a knife. Anyway. So what happens? He's laying there, and I go see a rock about this size, and I said, well, I'll just crush his head like a walnut. So I'm going like this, bang, 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 and I'm banging the poor old deer's head. And I'm thinking to myself, somebody stop me, please, somebody stop me. But nevertheless, that didn't work. So now I decide I got to put him out of his misery, and I'm going to go get the tire iron that has a screwdriver part where you can pop the hubcaps off. So now I got that thing, and I'm just going to run it into his heart, right? Well, the deer skin is so thick, I didn't even get it through the skin. Here I am going, ooh. I said, I got to get it in there, but it's not going anywhere. He's still there, and I didn't even break the skin. So then I said, oh, man, this is getting ugly, you know. So what I did next is I said, I got to think of something else.
What were the recruits doing?
They were in awe. You know, whatever they were doing, I wasn't the trained killer that they thought I was, I guess, because here I am, embarrassed like up to my eyeballs. And I'm in my war suit. I got my medals on. I got my jump wings. I'm ready for the whatever. But then I sense, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick the deer's head underneath the front tire, and I'm going to run over him, and I'm going to crush his head like a pancake. Well, I put his head underneath the tire, and then I just drive to get up on top of his head. Well, it didn't happen. His body kept on sliding along the highway, and the wheel was still there, and it wasn't going up. It was just dragging him like it was ugly. So I'm really getting embarrassed because these three new candidates for the military, which I recruited, are really there, and I know I'm looking bad because gee whiz, I thought I should have had him sent off to the promised land by that time. But so anyway, I really and truly said to myself, I said, somebody's got to stop me. I says, I got to get out of here. I says, I'm going to call the state police and tell them there's a deer out on the highway. I forget the name of the highway, but it was a 2-digit number, and it goes right into Wilkesboro. And I'll tell them there's a deer out there. I'll give it to some orphanage. So then I said, come on, we got to get back in the car. And then I'm driving the car, and I'm thinking, I said, what could I have done that was different? And the only thing I could think of then was to get a shoelace out of my shoe, put it around his neck, and then put that screwdriver thing around and just shut off his air. But this is not combat. This is absolutely prevention of cruelty to animals. I said I felt guilty because the deer was still there, and he wasn't dead. I didn't put him out of his misery, but he couldn't move. I broke some bones and stuff, so he was hurting. But anyway, I did contact the state police and told them to go up and get the deer and give it to an orphanage. And so I know I don't even want to drink this Hamm's after that kind of a story because it brings back bad memories, but maybe this will help me to get over that situation because truly it was embarrassing, and it was like I still have dreams of the deer making some kind of a plea to somebody get that guy out of here, But anyway, here's to Hamm's, and I'm sorry, Jim, but this is one of the stories that came to mind as we return to those thrilling days of yesteryear when Army Sergeant First Class Edward Halley was at large. Here's to you.